Konnichiwa everyone, in today's video I'm going to break down everything you need to know about professions. The system is very easy, so bear with me to the end of this video, because I'm gonna share some tips and tricks regarding the professions. Now first off, after you complete some specific part of the main mission, a side mission will pop up that you will be asked to come to this area and choose your profession. As you can see, here is the forged, the tailor, the jewel crafting and the alchemy. Now the screen that it's gonna pop up, it's gonna be this one, where you can view the 4 professions. This percentage worth to mention, it's indicated and shows how many people have chose the specific profession in the server. If it's detrimental for your decision, not exactly, but have to know this. If you are a whale and you're gonna spend a lot of money, probably you're gonna have a lot of gold, so this is insignificant for you. If you are F2P or a guy that wants to min-max gold gains, of course, lowest the indicator, lowest the percentage, might provide you with more gold, at least at the beginning, but I'm gonna explain later the reasons. Now, a quick view is that every profession has 2 unique you can craft out of it. For example, Forge has gear and battle items with the tool chest. So one category is the gear and the other category is battle items along with the tool chests. Again, 3 pieces of gear, different of course from Forge, and gems. Tailor is also gear and bags for extra items, along with emblems. Again, bags and emblems one category, second category is the gear, okay? 3 pieces here, 3 pieces on jewelry, 3 pieces on forge, every piece different from the other category. And finally we have the alchemist, which is a profession I have chose. When I chose it, it was around 22% on the server, so it was the lowest. Now, as you can see, we have a complete balance. And the 2 categories here are potions and rune materials. Rune materials are used for empowerment, okay? Next, you will be asked to go and gather material. An important thing to know is that when the crafting screen pops up to you, you can view all the possible options in crafting. Also in crafting there are 3 categories. The green ones, the beginning recipes, after you proceed to intermediate, and later on, which is the last category, to advanced. Every profession has 3 categories, elementary, intermediate and advanced. All professions, it works this way. You have a unique material. I would say unique material as it pops up on the world. As you can see, if I go here and have activated, so I am able to see where I can gather, and as you can see, sage, dandelion, pyroflower. So this flower icon being displayed on the map, I know that it's for my profession, and wherever I see flowers, if I want manually to go there and gather, it's possible. However, the best way to do it is to go to the item, press source, and alchemist collect dandelions. If it was for the forge, it would be displayed as forge collect the specific material, and the game will auto-path you to the exact location that you need to go and gather. Pretty simple, right? Now, each day, usually there is a quest on the gameplay overview that you need to spend 50 vigor, okay? So, a good way, of course, but we're gonna go more in depth soon, is to come here and collect your materials, so you can spend your vigor. After, in the first you will do with professions, when you spend 50 vigor, the specializations will be unlocked. Specializations are displayed over here, and there are special talents inside your profession, okay? Each profession has 3 categories, and in each profession, each category provides the same exact, not the same exact benefits, I would say the same exact benefits for the independent, unique craft choice that you have. Now, let me explain it with a better way. The first category in the talents, usually for every profession, boosts your gathering. As you can see, I have more chances to obtain health essences, and I have 100% to yield one extra material from gathering since I have inputted those talents. So all those talents will boost eventually my craft efficiency, my gathering efficiency. The second one, the processing master, for my spec boosts the runes, okay, that runes are required for me to make empowerment materials. And the third crafting master spec boosts my potions. So if I want to focus more on my first category, which is the runes, I will select the master, the processing master, and if I want to focus more on potions, I will go with the crafting master. Every single profession has the same category. This is why we categorized those professions into different unique crafting options. If we go back, to craft and go to forge, for example. Again, in forge, the first specialization will be to boost my gathering. Second will be to boost potions and tool chests, and third one will be to boost my gear. By boost, I mean that you're gonna have some unique options that either you will spend more vigor, either that you will generate more items. I'm categorized it, that will boost overall the process of crafting gear, for example, or overall the process for crafting tools and battle items. Jewelry the same. First category will be to boost your gathering. Second, it will be to boost your gem crafting. Yeah, will be to boost your gear process. Tailor again, first for gathering, second for artifacts and bugs, and third one for gear, okay? Now, this is the overall overview of the professions, and let's move on to more in depth about professions. Each profession, each specialization inside the profession have also unique talents. This is how you gain talent points, and this is how you proceed moving on to the next, unlocking the next, etc. Now if you press the plus button, you will see over here what you have to do to gain those points. So if you want to push more your professions, it's a nice way to do some exploration as well. But most of those points will come out of clearing content that will be unlocked day after day. So you don't have to worry. Now, can you change specialization? Yes, you can. If you want, for example, to focus more runes right now, if you want to focus more gems right now, etc., depending on the profession, of course, you can switch in exchange with silver. My talent points remained. That means that I can just, without using anything beside my talent points, also upgrading my talents here. So it's efficient for your vigor spending, and vigor spending, it's not easy to get since you can also view it from the craft menu. 300 cap from talents, it can grow more, but you gain one every 15 minutes, which is like 100 more or less per day. It's not so much. So spending that and use that in an efficient way, it will be very rewarding at the end of the day. At the left, you can also view your proficiency XP. This one grows with crafting and gathering. It's very straightforward. And also something worth mentioning regarding the crafting is that, as I said before, we have three categories: elementary, intermediate, and advanced. In each category, the elementary one, but in different sections. What I mean by that? The first category for every crafting profession will be this one, which is gather the base material and craft base items required for crafting. It's like we're crafting ingredients, so we can actually craft something. This is nothing. It's like a piece of item that is being considered as a material. Every profession has the same, okay? Now, everything can be sold to market in exchange for gold. If, for example, I want to craft, let's move forward to something that requires more materials. If I want to craft, for example, a combo potion, okay, I have the base item that I can craft from my profession. I have the sages that I can collect, from my profession, but I have something else that it's not from my profession. Usually, all the recipes moving onward on the game will require something that the other professions can craft, but not yours. For example, if you saw from here, my elementary solvet will be required for some items for forging, some items from tailoring, etc. So the system overall, it's crafting those items for you to make items, but also you have to get from the shop with gold from other professions. Of course, this is one way. I'm gonna also explain later a second way that you can do that. And also something worth mentioning is that those things, for example, the base material that you gather, is only available for people that are from the same profession. Because this is also can be sold with gold, but it's a little unworthy to do so, since all the crafting items will require the solvent. And I'm speaking about other professions. So selling the first base material, it's not gonna be so important for other professions, so no one will buy it, okay? So always make sure to craft the solvents or the dyes. For the other professions, they have also something similar there, and you should craft to the first base material, the first product, and sell that product for gold. Usually they're gonna get that since they need it for crafting purposes, okay? And this is all from this tab. And now let me explain the second way. Let's say that you don't want to spend any gold, something else. There is the option to switch also the profession. Let me showcase that as well. For example, I want some items so I can craft something for alchemist from forge, okay? If I press learn, again the system will automatically drive me there to the area that we saw earlier with all the professions together. Since I don't have my reputation level 4, I can't autopath, but when you do that also on Silverlit, but we're gonna discuss more about those things and what to get from the shop in another video. I have to come on foot, not on foot exactly, but I have to drive my course. Okay, I can switch also my profession, okay? I will lose my current proficiency rating, it will go to 0. But if I want to return back to Alchemist, again with 1 hour cooldown as you can see, I will get back my proficiency that it's been lost. So I'm gonna be again a 92 proficiency Alchemist. So in theory, you can max all the professions, and in theory you can use all the professions. Now, if it's worth it or not, I will only say this, that switching, for example, to craft a low level recipe, you also have to get some proficiency from there, and you also have to spend a lot of vigor. So even if you do that, you need enough time to actually manage to craft one recipe, but it's gonna be for free, okay? So you don't have to spend any gold. However, there are some professions, like jewel crafting, where you craft gems, that it will be very wise for progression reasons to push only the jewelry, so you can craft higher level gems and get more power, etc. Same goes actually for the empowerments in alchemy, because eventually on day 7 or 8 or something, we're gonna have high-end gear, so it will be wise to empower them and be able to clear harder difficulty dungeons. So my recommendation would be to stick for now at least on one profession, and as the game progresses, if you noticed as well from let me go back. If you notice as well, in 2500 the proficiency caps for the profession, and we are only 2 days in the game. I haven't spent my vigor today, and we are already at 100. So yeah, it won't take so much to actually reach there. And if you are doing those tricks inside your profession, for example, let's view it again with specializations. I mean, for example, use your collection master, the first one, to gather materials, and then when you want to craft and process them for either your second option or either your third, it is wise to switch here, okay, and spend the remaining vigor to that matter. This way you will save a lot of vigor and you will grow your proficiency even further. Switching beside professions, along professions, between professions, sorry, I don't feel it's worth it so early in the game, at least. Now, I'm going to share also my, I would say, theory crafting, but from my experience from the beta, sadly we didn't have enough time to actually see how the market will be like in months from the game, but I want to also share you something important. Usually when you reach, for example, level 40 and you start to gather rare materials, and actually you want to gather as much rare materials as you want, those intermediate tool chests are gold mines. So this profession, the forgers, will make a lot of gold from those chests, okay? You will use that, of course, for your personal gathering rotation, but selling those, it's a lot of gold. Of course, you can make gold from other professions as well, but this is something that everyone will need. Usually, for example, jewelry, those things, the chest with gems, whales will destroy the market at the beginning and gonna get a lot of gems, but gems might provide stats, but again, the stats from gems, beside hit, for example, they are not detrimental for your progression. So I wanted also to share my opinion regarding high-end content. Yet, I haven't been there playing the game for months to see how the market will be, but my take is this, that this tool, even for me, I'm an alchemist, it doesn't matter, I'm always gonna buy those tool chests, since those tool chests have durability, and every gathering I'm making, I have 15% chance to get more materials and spend less figure. So yeah, if I want to be them in max efficiency, let's say, in my profession, those tool chests are gold mines, okay? Gems, from the other hand, eventually you will cap them, so people will stop buying. This is my take on, purely my take on that. I haven't been there. Also for the bugs, it's the same. When you reach max bugs, I mean the best bugs in terms of space on your grid, why to get bugs? It will be pointless, except if we have new players always on the game. But you know how games works. Usually in the first months we get the max popularity, and then people starting to fade off. And they also, it's for emblem chests, but these items also, not all of them, maybe until rare it's not so hard to get, but epic, yeah, it's not easy. And since you will grind a lot of those chests to get the best attributes, next video we're gonna discuss about emblems and runes. But for now, have in mind that this will require a lot of RNG and maybe months to get actually the perfect in slot emblems. So those are also gonna be sold a lot later in the game, and many people will, the whales mostly, the people that will have a lot of gold will spam those boxes. And alchemy, of course, for the people, this is actually, beside the empowerments, that let's say eventually the RNG might be in your favor and get good rolls, but the potions will always people will buy potions, and one of the most important reasons are raids, elite or challenges, heroics we're gonna have soon. So potions, like tool chests, those two things, potions and tool chests, always will be important, and always people will buy those things at the end of the game. But if I had to choose a profession that in my perspective clearly that could be a gold mine, would be Forge, okay? But way later on in the game. And I believe this is everything that you should know about professions. If I forgot anything, please drop down a comment explaining what it was, and happily I will add it. Arigato for watching, and until next time, see ya!